Bonnie was, she was fun. I mean, people would say she's sweet, and she was sweet, but she had an edge to her, which I like, I appreciate. And, she would give it to you just as easily, as being sweet and nice. And so she had that balance, which I think we like, 'cause she's very real. I mean, she's very down to earth and real. Her store was the center of town. It was the community service center, and Bonnie was running the show. I think more than anything is she developed so many people. As I said, she's been doing it for 30 plus years. Up until the time that she passed, she would take on 2-3 people at a time to develop and train. We didn't have that faith in anyone else. Bonnie was really the one, I think, that was kind of the initiated or the catalyst for what we now call our leadership development program. Bonnie's been doing it for years and years. We just never really formalized it. But through her, she has developed so many people in this company, people that have gone on to be leaders throughout the organization.
Bonnie Kaufman was one of the most selfless and giving people that I've ever worked with. She represented Sheetz to the fullest. So when I first met Bonnie and I worked at her store, I was a little bit intimidated, to be honest with you, 'cause she's very strict, by the book, followed the rules, and I just wanted to do a good job for her. But once you really got to know Bonnie, she was the most giving and supportive person that you'd ever meet. She had an ability to see potential in others when you couldn't see it in yourself. And when she saw it in somebody, she wouldn't give up. And she really had a way of pulling their confidence up and really just seeing the best in them and helping them overcome whatever obstacles they needed to develop through to get ready to take the next step. So.
Bonnie was an inspiration to anybody that she met. She was hired the same year that I was, 35 years ago, so I've known her throughout all the years. She won many, many awards for excellence for this, excellence for that. She had such a culture in her store that none other. She would hire people and they would stay for years. Very little turnover at times. She was very hands-on with them. Knew every customer that came in by name. And she would have a family photo album at her store with all the pictures of her employees in there. And when you would go in, it just felt so warm and inviting and welcoming into her store. We would always call her our lighthouse. We knew that if we would call and talk to Bonnie about it, she would tell us the facts. She would tell us how it is, not what we wanted to hear at times. And I think just the fact of how many people's lives she's touched in such a short time that she was with us, and how I just miss her as a friend and a coworker.
The first time I met Bonnie, she was very sweet and very welcoming. Yet you knew that she had standards. So I don't know how you mix that together in a perfect way, but she was very nice and very willing to teach you everything you need to know, but there was standards that you knew she wanted you to meet. She was growing Sheetz, and what she was doing was not just growing them, but she had perfected the way she had developed people in her store and the people that came into her store to be developed. She's always giving in her community, she's always giving in her store, and she's always giving her best in performance. So that's why I thought this is the perfect opportunity to recognize her and what she has done for this, but also recognize the new leaders that come up and emulate those same behaviors.
When Bonnie passed away, we knew we had to do something to recognize what she did for this company. That the odds of us having another Bonnie with the passion that she had was probably slim. Bonnie was born to develop people. That was just who she was, and we wanted to recognize that, and then say and award someone who else has that passion in them. So even though Bonnie was, who she was, very special person, there are others out there that have that passion in them as well. And that's where the award came from. They said, how can we continue to remember Bonnie and remember what Bonnie stood for, and then also recognize younger generations and younger leaders in the organization?
We are about giving people opportunity and developing people. That's what we're about. We are going to continue to grow. And 10 years from now, when we're twice this size, what's going to dictate our success more than anything else is the development of our people. And so we need all the people here today to develop the people that are going to take their place someday. And so it's just very foundational. It's where we're going, and it's something that we all need to be good at. And Bonnie truly excelled at it. I mean, she's the role model for leadership development.